Sanctuary policy is a highly debated issue in American politics today. Although it is often debated by the media, many people do not know about sanctuary cities and what these cities' policies are.
I feel like they are a good idea in theory because it's offering a humanitarian perspective on the issue of immigration, but I'm not sure how they legally work out in the legal system.
I feel that I'm not sure what sanctuary cities are.
Sanctuary cities?
I don't know anything about them.
I'm not sure what sanctuary cities are.
You can't really prove that they've committed violent crimes unless you're tracking them, so that I don't understand that question.
Well, I feel that I can see the purpose people trying to do. It kind of saves them from, because we're all here just for a reason, you know, good support, a job, and you know, these cities are, you know, kind of stopping the government from deporting these kids.
Even if they commit the crimes?
If they commit crimes?
Yeah, so you think they should stay if they commit the crimes?
I feel as if they commit crimes, they shouldn't be
Allowed to stay?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it would depend on the circumstances on which they committed the crimes.
I don't know. I think they should be deported if they're committing crimes and stuff like that.
There are dozens of cities and 2 full states with policies that have been labeled as sanctuaries. And here's what they do. In most of the cities, there are expressly written policies or ordinances to ban local law enforcement from arresting people for violations of federal immigration law. This is similar to banning state tax agents from investigating people for violating the U.S. federal tax code. Because federal immigration law falls under federal jurisdiction, a number of these cities have banned local law enforcement from even inquiring about the immigration status of a person they encounter, or informing federal agents of the possible presence of illegal aliens living in their communities.
Last night, 32-year-old Miss Steinle was murdered walking with her father in San Francisco, allegedly by a criminal alien who had been deported 5 times and had 7 felony convictions in the USA.
Steinle, of course, was shot on a San Francisco pier last July while walking with her father.
The debate on sanctuary cities recently came into this national spotlight when Kate Steinle was murdered by an illegal immigrant with 7 felonies and 5 deportations. This man was arrested by the SFPD for drug charges just months before the incident. City officials knew that this man was in the country illegally, but they still released him onto the streets of our city. Just months later, he killed Kate Steinle in downtown San Francisco. The debate on sanctuary cities is a highly divisive issue in American politics today.
The sheriff should resign immediately. I mean, what kind of law officer allows a known felon to walk free when the feds want him in custody? Asked him to keep him in custody. Sheriff's incompetent, period.
We have been and always have been a city of refuge, a city of sanctuary, a city of love.
However, Mr. Jim Steinle, father of Kate Steinle, had something to say to Congress.
In fact, the day she was killed, we were walking arm in arm on Pier 14 in San Francisco, enjoying a wonderful day together. Suddenly, a shot rang out. Kate fell and looked at me and said, "Help me, Dad." Unfortunately, due to disjointed laws and basic incompetence on many levels, the U.S. has suffered a self-inflicted wound in the murder of our daughter by the hand of a person that should have never been on the streets of this country. I say this because the alleged murderer is an undocumented immigrant who has been convicted of 7 felonies in the U.S. and already deported 5 times. Yet in March of this year, he was released from jail and allowed to stay here freely because of those legal loopholes. Where we feel strongly that some legislation should be discussed, enacted, or changed to take these undocumented immigrant felons off our streets for good. We'd be proud to see Kate's name associated with some of this new legislation. We feel if Kate's law saves one daughter, one son, a mother, a father, Kate's death won't be in vain.
Number 4, block funding for sanctuary cities. We blocked the funding. No more funding. We will end the sanctuary cities that have resulted in so many needless deaths. Cities that refuse to cooperate with federal authorities will not receive taxpayer dollars, and we will work with Congress to pass legislation to protect those jurisdictions that do assist federal authorities.